Hello and welcome back to Alma, Missouri. It's getting late in the day here, but we still don't have quite enough money to buy the workshop we need. With just a few more contracts, we'll be able to repair and upgrade our tractor.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and accept this wood transport contract, and then we'll see if anything else comes up when that's done. As always, that was a bit painful. So let's go ahead and collect this. This should put us over 45,000. It does. We're up to 47,000. So if memory serves, we could go ahead and buy the workshop. I'm still not 100% sure that's the right play at this point. Let's see if any other contracts have come up. So we do have 2 new fertilization contracts. So yeah, I think this would definitely be the way to go. Let's also check the sale. So what is this? This is a mulcher. Not very useful to us at this stage. We're not going to be mulching anything anytime soon. Yeah, let's Let's go ahead then, and since we have the trailer, let's go ahead and run down to the shop, pick up some bags of fertilizer, and then we can go ahead and load up the fertilizer at the shop, not the shop, at the yard, and then head out. I'm not sure if the map designer did it on purpose or not, but there's like a giant pothole right over there in the grass. So every time I hit that, those logs went flying. Next time I'll know to load from the street side. Without the log forks, you can't kind of like lock it down. So I think that's why I didn't notice when we previously did wood transport from there. But yeah, with these forks, you can't lock it down at all. There's no straps or anything. Yeah, those if you have an unexpected bump or hill or anything, it really does send them flying. But we got them loaded and made it all in one trip, which is nice. All right, so down to the shop to get the fertilizer. was looking to see if we could cut over to our yard here through the fields, and there's something weird on the map I want to take a look at. I haven't really done any serious exploring here of the map, just focusing on the contracts, but I'm just curious what, if anything, this thing is. It may be something that may not be spawned in because we did the start from scratch, but there's some weird thing here showing on the map. Ah, it's just a pond. That might be a good source of free water. Let's see. Can we get over? Yeah, there's really almost no sense in cutting over unless we cut across this field, which I think is withered. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and cut across. Oh no, it's corn now. No, where am I going? Yeah, this is the one we want to cut across. All confused here. That's where we want to go. Yeah, that pond's not too far off. So if we do put in a greenhouse or something, which I'm thinking about in the near future, we could go ahead and use that as a source of water until we get our own set up here. Okay, so let's take a look. We've got our 2 contracts here. We'll accept both of those. Let's see if anything new has come in. Sure enough, this is the one we just... No, we didn't just do this. We did this one earlier today, though. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure we don't have enough fertilizer to do that. We need about 600. Yeah, we're about half that or less. Okay, so I think the thing to do would be to go ahead and, well, let's do one more thing here. Let's check, make sure that nothing new came up in the sale, and it hasn't. Okay. So with this much money, we should have enough to build a workshop, and then also upgrade the tractor. That would allow us to do some of those cultivating contracts more efficiently. Now it's getting late in the day, so I don't think we'd be able to do a big one, but that $20,000 one might be attainable. Yeah, let's see. I don't think I have like a toolbox mod or anything like that installed. I don't think there's anything like that in the base game. I think we took a look earlier. Let's confirm that the pricing is what I think it is. So if we come over here, this way. So yeah, $45,000 for the workshop. And I don't think there was a cheaper alternative. I know that there's the one that the mod that comes with the map. I think it's under sheds, maybe. Yeah, 90,000. So yeah, definitely the base game one is cheaper. And yeah, we don't have any kind of mods to help us work around that. In terms of location, yeah, I kind of would like to have this be sort of a road in here. Because like I said, this is going to be sort of our main yard. So I can probably clear a spot right here next to the sawmill for the workshop, so that we can just pull in. We'll have some silos eventually, some bins, and then we can have this sort of like be a pull through and loop around, and then eventually give us better access, across here. Because I imagine that, I'm going to want to buy like this long field eventually, so I can sort of improve the road up through here, and make this more of a crossover that's easy, and then eventually tie in down here as well, so that we've got easy access in 3 directions from our yard. At least that's kind of like my long-term plan for this spot of land, unless we relocate someplace else. Although this is so central, it's really hard to imagine a better operating location. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and clear some trees, and then I do have the Lumberjack mod installed, so I'll go ahead and remove the stumps just so that we can get that workshop placed, and then we'll hopefully have enough money to upgrade tractor, and then maybe knock out one of the smaller cultivating contracts to give us some room. And then we do have that fertilization contract. We'll see if any other ones come up. That last field we did was the first application of fertilizer, so I imagine there'll be another contract coming up for that here shortly. Okay, well that's the plan. We'll go ahead and get to work here. All right, there's a nice, neat wood pile for us to draw from. As the sawmill works through. Let's see how much more space we need. I suspect we need quite a bit more space than what we've got here for the workshop. All right, let's zoom in a bit. Yeah, I think we can probably squeeze, if we knock a few more trees down, I think we might be able to fit it in this area, or maybe even a little further forward. Yeah, I think maybe back here might be better. That'll leave a clear path, and then we can pull over if we need to in order to do repairs. Yeah, I think that this will probably be fine. So I'll go ahead and remove maybe like 5 or so trees and just set them to fall kind of away from the sawmill. And then hopefully by the time we need to pull those over, we will have either moved the sawmill or upgraded, or we'd have a winch to pull the trees around a little easier. But yeah, let me go ahead and work on that, and then we'll get this placed. Okay, as you probably saw, the terrain here was not very conducive to having a nice flat spot. So there's a big drop off. You can see already here that the sawmill is quite a bit lower than the area over here. So I think I'm going to have to do some kind of terraforming and flattening to make sure that this is somewhat usable. The other option would be I could install the Move It mod or whatever they call it, so that I can adjust it after I place it. So money's pretty tight, so I want to be at 55,000 after I place it, so that I can upgrade the tractor to full horsepower. So I'm afraid I'm going to get myself here into a bind. Oh wow. Okay, so there are a bunch of fertilizing contracts that have come up since I exited and went back in. We still have these 3 cultivating contracts. Yeah, sick as I am of doing fertilizing, I think I'll go ahead and pick up all 3 of these and take care of them. That'll give us plenty of money to terraform that area, put the workshop in, and upgrade the tractor. And they shouldn't take too long now that we've got the upgraded spreader. Yeah, we've got options. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see how much these are going to use in terms of fertilizer. So this one's about 500. We'll call this one 20. We'll call this one 3,000 just to be sure. So that's 3,500, and then another 500. So I'll go ahead and get 4. I'm going to go ahead and get 5 bags, just because I'm sick of going back and forth. And then if another small one comes up, we might be able to knock it out as well. So I get 5 bags of fertilizer. Go ahead and run around and do these, and that should give us plenty of spare money. Then we'll put in the workshop, upgrade the tractor, and then if there's any time left, we can take maybe that small cultivating contract and see how the upgraded horsepower works out for us. All right, so that'll be the plan. Back to fertilizing. Guess I'm buying 6. Well, not sure what happened there. I thought I left it on 5, but apparently it jumped to 6. Hopefully, though, this will give us a little bit of breathing room. I'll be very careful when I do the terraforming to make sure that we don't end up with too much money spent. I'll do a save like I did before I put in the shed the first time and had that giant cliff between it and the sawmill. I think there's going to need to be a little bit of increase in height from where the sawmill is. That's pretty low. Did I get them all? Yeah, we're all loaded. Let's check out the map, see where we got to go. Oh, I haven't accepted them yet. Let me go ahead and accept them. I know one of them is the one we did earlier, that field 8. Yeah, so 25 we did earlier. That was a quick and easy one. We'll do that one first because it's right here. Okay, and that big one is 30. What is that? 38. We've not. I think we've not worked that field yet. Looks like there's another pond there in the center. So kind of a weird one. But yeah, let's go ahead and knock out 25 first, and then we'll go down and hit the other 2. All right, be back with you shortly. right, so that was a little bit of a extra wrinkle there. The AI did not detect the field. Have I been dragging this fork the whole time? I may have been. That might have been why I was having so much trouble accelerating. Anyways, one thing I want to check out, if we go ahead and do Courseplay, would this recognize the field? Okay, yeah, so Courseplay looks like it recognizes the field, no problem. So if we either need to have a AI worker or if we need to set up our own courses here, it looks like this would work. So if we come in here to fieldwork settings, 42 meters, one tool, we could do the headland or not. But let's go ahead and generate and see if it comes up with a good course. Yeah. So okay. So that's a good tip. That this field, apparently the out-of-the-box AI has a ton of trouble recognizing what to do with it, but it works fine for Courseplay. So if we have to do another contract, if we have to come out and refertilize this field, I might go ahead and give that a try. Even if I don't use the Courseplay to do it automatically, I can set up the course and follow the lines. We'll get into that more when we start using Courseplay more often. Maybe when we do this field again tomorrow or later today. All right, let's go ahead and collect this one. This was the biggie. So that is good. Then we just have field 8, which is right cat-a-corner across this intersection here. So let's go ahead and knock that one out too. We're up to 67,000. Awesome. We'll go ahead and get this done and hide the Courseplay and Autodrive stuff. All right, so let's take care of this last one, and then it's already almost 5 o'clock local time in the game, so it's getting late in the day. I'm still kind of hopeful maybe we can knock out that small cultivating contract, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, let's go ahead and collect that contract. Another few $1,000s. All right, so we're up to 71. Excellent. So I think what we'd like to go ahead and do next is I'm gonna flatten this area out a bit, yeah, I really wish that I'd put this the sawmill up a little higher, because I think no matter what, we're going to end up with a bit of a slope there that we have to account for. I might try to move it a little bit further away than I did it last time. Maybe take out a couple more trees, because it feels like, I mean, this is just very not level at all up here. So I think I'm going to have to pick sort of like, if I do want to have it leveled out, I'm going to have to pick sort of an elevation and flatten. So I think it's okay if this is a little bit higher. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take this level right around here and push it that way. So maybe I'll take out another couple trees and move those out of the way. And then that way we'll get a better, have a little bit more flexibility with the height. Yeah, let's go ahead and give that a try. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down some more trees, save, and do a little bit of landscaping, and then see if we can get this placed. Well, that's not great. I'm on this side, it's horrible. But I think, looking at the lay of this, it looks like we run downhill a bit from here. So if the road comes in kind of here, let me establish here. If we come in at this level, I think that's about the right height I want for a road that comes around this way. And yeah, it's definitely higher than the sawmill, so I'll smooth that out a little bit. But yeah, I think that this is as awful as it looks over on this side. I think this is about what I want. And of course, if I'm wrong, we can use the Move It mod to tweak it a little bit in the future. But yeah, I think this is going to work. Probably I didn't keep track of exactly what I spent terraforming that, but it was a lot. 7,000, I think. But we do have enough money right now to upgrade the tractor easily. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll drive over it. I'm sure there's going to be some terrible bumps and whatnot, but let's get this guy repaired and upgraded, so that we can, before we lose the rest of the day, I can maybe do one or two more things. Yeah, not great, but okay. So finally, how much is it going to cost to repair? $2,000 to repair. But first of all, let's do the customization. Okay, so this. Okay, so this is a little cheaper than I thought. Oh no, 10,000. That's right. So 10,000 takes us up to 150 horsepower. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, what is this? Aceria Pro Compact detects the. Oh, okay. So this is for the what's it called? I can't think of it now. The farming thing. Anyways, I'll edit that out. We're gonna go ahead and get this upgrade. I don't think there's anything else. We don't have the option for. Did we have wheel weights? I don't think we did. I'm just going to leave this with the standard tires for now. Yeah, so let's go ahead and customize this 10,000. All right, and then we can repair these while we're at it. Everything's been disconnected, so let's connect everything back up. All right, and then let's repair the tractor as well. Yep, 2075. Okay, so we've got $10,000. We've got a fully repaired and upgraded and clean. No, not clean. Still filthy. Tractor. So we can go ahead and, as threatened, do that cultivation contract. Let's see if anything else has come up in the meantime. But yeah, I think we will go ahead and test this out by trying another cultivation contract. This one, boy, not liking the look of that. Oh, and we got 2 more fertilizing contracts. Which to do? Yeah, I gotta say, let's do these fertilizing contracts while we can. This is good money. We've already done this field once. In this field, I think we did as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So how much? I know you're probably sick of watching fertilizing contracts, but it's really the best money. Even though we have to pay the cost of the fertilizer with this spreader, it goes fast. So I'm going to pick up both of these. Looks like we need at least another 3 bags, depending on how much is left in the hopper. And then we'll come back and do pick up that cultivated, because these fertilizing contracts won't take too long, even though we have to run back to the shop. All right, well, let's go ahead and do that.
Well, that was dumb. Alright, so that is those two fertilization contracts taken care of. Alright, so just looking here to see if anything else popped up. We do have a wood transport, and it's getting late in the day. Deadwood. This deadwood is right by our yard, so I'll go ahead and do that one. So where's that wood transport? I know we don't have that's the one from where we had the logs disappear, so a little hesitant about that. Yeah, let's go ahead to do that. We're at 25,000, which is not bad. We'll head back towards the yard, do that deadwood real quick, take a look at what's for sale, if anything, in the shop, and then decide if we want to call it a day or try to squeeze in just a little bit more stuff. It has been a long day. Thinking about what is in the shop, I think the next thing I'd really like to have is another tractor, so that we can set up an AI worker on some things like these cultivation contracts, just to basically double the rate at which we're able to pull in stuff without me having to do every piece of work. So the way I sort of envision that is, I'll set them off on something that's going to be high payoff, but time consuming and doesn't require a lot of skill. So like the cultivation contracts are perfect for that. And then I would do some things that we can't get AI workers to do. So I mean, that's the plan in terms of what tractors I'd like to get. I'd like to get a medium size. Even though we've upgraded the horsepower on this one, it's still kind of underpowered for a lot of things. So I'd like to do maybe like a Challenger or a Deucefar, AgroStar, something along those lines. Those are going to be much more capable tractors in terms of being able to do those medium-sized contracts. I'm still missing a couple trees here. So that's kind of what I'm hoping shows up. May not be likely. Where are these other trees? There's one. But yeah, so a medium-sized tractor would be ideal. That's another one there. Kind of outside the ring at this point. Let's look from the side so that maybe we can see a little clue of where that last, I think it's the last one, is. I'm not seeing it from here. Outside the range here too. Let's cut in through the middle and see if we see it. I'm sure I ran right by it twice and didn't notice. All right. So, quick $900. I'll go ahead and collect that. And then, yeah, I think at this point, yeah, it's either the wood transport or going ahead and doing a cultivating contract. This is going to be painful with this small guy. Let's take a look and see what's in the shop, in the sale rather. I don't think anything new has come up. Oh, okay, so there's the big M mower, which if we get big into alfalfa, and in fact you do mow alfalfa, which I think is the case, yeah, that would be something that hopefully would be in our future. And then this, obviously we have no use for this right now, even if we could afford it. So yeah, a lot of extremely pricey things here in the sale that we just don't have a use for right now. And the few things that are cheap are things that, you know, really don't help us in the short term. So looking at the tractors, since we were talking about that, so the ones I might be interested in, the Challenger, the white, which I think is almost the exact same thing, just in a different color. Those would be good options. So is the AgroStar, that's 90. So these are upgradable to 225 horsepower. The AgroStar starts at 230. So you know, this we wouldn't have to worry about upgrades. If we were to get this, how much is it extra? So 24,000. So we'd be looking at 83. So almost, you know, almost the same price. The disadvantage to these is I don't think you can get the 3-point on the front. Yeah, it just has weights. So that kind of cuts back a little bit on what you can do with them. But they're cheap, especially when you get one on sale. So I think it's too late in the day to do the cultivation contract. So I'm going to go ahead and just where did I leave the tractor? Oh, there's rocks in here. I bet we can get rock breaking contracts for this. Yeah, I think the next step would be to just go ahead and call it a night. We will take a look and see what happens overnight in the sale, see what comes up, and then we'd have a bit of pocket money. If something comes up that we can afford. Otherwise, we'll just pick up with whatever contracts are there. Now, October's a heavy month for harvesting, so I expect there'll be a lot of harvest contracts, which of course we can't do. But there might also be some more cultivation contracts and things like that. So we'll take a look. I still think this tractor is not quite strong enough. Don't want to get hit by a train again. Not quite strong enough to do the disker, as I've said probably 5 times so far. We might give it a try if we can afford it. I think that's still pretty pricey. I want to say it was like 60 or 80. So I think we're going to have to do cultivation contracts with the little guy we've got right now for a bit longer. Let's look at that real quick before I regret saying what I said. So disc harrows, oh, it's only 43. All right, but the max horsepower is 180, and we are at 150. It might be able to do it okay. With the increased work width, yeah. So what is this? This is 8 meters, and this one we're doing 4. So it's double the work width, even if it's slower.
because 18 kilometers versus 15 kilometers isn't a big difference. I think it would still be those cultivation contracts would go a heck of a lot faster. It's just whether or not the JCB can pull it or not is the question. So let's go ahead and call it a night. We will go ahead and pick this up in the morning. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment, and if you made it this far, please subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks again.